Hi everyone, welcome back to Canadian Finance Journey. My name is Bobby and today's video is a budget with me for my first paycheck of 2025. I hope you guys had a happy new year and you had a good time with your family and friends during the holiday season. I sure took, this is like my first video of 2025 and we're already a week in. So I definitely took some time off and it was great. It was really nice. So, today's video, I really have to get back into budgeting because if you've watched my net worth, you saw that I have some credit card debt to pay off. So have to make sure that we are in line to try to pay that off ASAP. So let's start with, this is just a regular notebook. Honestly, I had this, my mom was cleaning out her house and she gave me this. I had these, like drawings that I did when I was younger in here. So I will continue using it to its full purpose. So let's go with January, week 1. Well, it's not week 1, but it's paycheck 1. Okay. So I have, when I budget, I go with my income. I have mom paycheck, pay. I have $16.96 and I have dad pay. I have $6.20 for him, and then I have my mom bonus, and that's my travel expenses because I do work at 2 different hospitals and I get compensated for traveling at my not home hospital. So I have home hospital, then when I travel at the other one I get compensated. So I do travel about once a week to this other hospital, sometimes twice depending on how much work I have to do, and I get compensated for traveling. So I got $4.99 on that one. So that is a whole total of $28.15, and this has to last us 2 weeks. So let's start with our bills. And because I'm a little bit limited on my space, I'm just going to talk through them. I do have my bills binder right here, and how I decide how much we're putting aside for bills is I have my bills here, my mortgage. I do have my budget sheet. So I did decide to add $600 to this, and I do have, how it works is I have my paycheck deposited into my checking account. Once I budget, I allocate money for certain bills. I move the specific amount of money, like in this case, $600. I move it into a savings account called bills money. So then I move it there so it's not spent for anything else but bills. So I love this method. It's fantastic. So $600 was moved into this account for mortgage, and I already had $50 in there. So now I have $650 for mortgage, and it's about $650 my mortgage at this time. My mortgage is on a variable rate, so it has been going down in the last year, so that's great. And it's at $650 at the moment, so that's fantastic. Car insurance, that one is also a monthly bill, and I did allocate $70, which is about my half of the bill, which I paid January's bill already for $135. So $70 is about half of that. So for my 2 paychecks, I'm going to allocate $70 per paycheck. So it's going to give me my $140 for February. So I paid January. In January, I'm saving money for paying the February bill, because it's like it happens on the 1st or the 2nd of the month. So I have to save the amount in the previous month. So in January, I'm saving the money to pay February's bill. February, I'm saving that money to pay March's bill. Hope that makes sense. So I did allocate $70. I had $10 left from my last payment. So now I have $80 in that account for my car insurance. Daycare, that one is a whole different thing because we do get government funding because my husband is in school. So they pay for our daycare. Internet. Our bill is about $140. We just made some changes to our internet and phone bill. I moved one of my phones, my husband's phone, from this provider where I had both of my phones before. Now I only have my phone in this bill, and this one has my husband's phone and the internet, so we could get a discount. So I couldn't move my phone over because mine is still, it's not paid off yet, so I couldn't move mine, which is fine. But my husband's phone was paid off, so we did move his. So now we're gonna reconfigure our bills a little bit, but our January bill for this one was $140, so I did save $70 in this pay, and it was over budgeted because of that change in December. It was more because I had a extra phone on this bill and a phone less on this bill. Anyways, so I had $60 that I had already in that account. I paid my full $140 for that bill, but I only had $80. So I was minus 60, but I was able to pay the full bill because in that account I have all of this money, all these bills money, all accounted for. So yeah, I do have like a good buffer in that account. So when I do get a bill and I don't have enough, it's fine. I pay it, and then I have to like repay myself because it kind of borrowed from money that I had from another bill. So in this case, I had minus 60, and now from this paycheck, I put $70, so it got me to 10. So I'll have to boost it up next time and bring it up to 140, but that's fine. I put $70 this pay. Phone. I have added $40 and I had $125. So I'm ready for my next bill already. So now exactly the same way. My phone bill is like mid-month, but I'm already stuffing money into this paycheck or this account for my phone for next month. So I added $40. I have $165 allocated for phone money. Electricity, I added $175 because my bill is set at $350. I'm trying it out this year. I actually set it at $350 in June, and I'll see if it's going to cover me throughout the whole winter. So we'll see. But $350 is what my bill is, so $175 is half of that. So I have $350 already in my account for this month's bill. So now I'm saving for next month. So $175 on top of $350 is $725. My water bill, that one is a little bit different because we are, I can pay monthly, I can pay 3 months in advance, I can pay 6 months in advance, I can pay a year. It's pretty much, it's a free, like, paying bill, I guess. So it's not deducted. I have to send the money to our town. So that one last year I did pay it out, like, see, in September I paid October, November, and December, and it's $52.50, or that's how much it was last year. And I had paid it off all in September till the end of the year. But I kept adding money to it because I knew I wanted to pay a bulk, but I want to see how much it is this year. I probably should call them to see if it changed or not, if it got, like, everything increases nowadays. So I want to see if the bill is increased or not, so I can send a few months at a time. So I did add $50, and I had $300 in this account for it. So now I have $350 allocated for a water bill. Subscription. I have all my subscriptions, which are some monthly, some yearly. I did pay my my membership for work, because with my license, I have to renew my membership every year, and see, it cost me $390 for that, and I only had $360 in this account, in this envelope, to cover it. However, I did borrow from another envelope. Since it's all in one account, I can borrow as much as I want. So I had minus 30, and now I just added the 30 because I should be good for a little bit. Next pay, I'll allocate some of my monthly ones because I do have YouTube Premium, and I do have a Kudo Stream Plus that I have now that are monthly. So those ones will come out, but worst case scenario, I'll pay them and then I'll replenish them for next pay. That's fine. Okay, because I always have about like $3,000 or more in this one account at all times. Pretty much because I have these big bills, like my home insurance, for example. That one is a yearly bill, and it's $2,160, and I paid that one in February. And so far I only had $850. So I know I have to boost that up because it's due in February, at the end of February. So I really need to get to that 2,000. So I added $250 for $1,100 from this pay. So now I'm at $1,100 for this pay, like this bill that I'm due in February to pay off. Property taxes, that one I had $550, and that one is due in May, so I'm still okay for a little bit. I only added $150 for $700, but I need to get I didn't write it down. $2,700 was what it was in 2024, so I still need to add lots of money to this one as well. Mom life insurance, that's also a yearly bill. I had $400. No, actually, I skipped this one. I have $450 in that account allocated for this, and that one is about $900 a year for all my life insurance. And my husband's life insurance, that one's due in June. Like $400 is due in June, and in July is like $600. So I'm still good for that one. And dad life insurance is also like, I have my payments here. So it's like $1,400 a year, and they're due in July and August. So I'm still okay. I still have quite some time for that one. And I didn't add anything for that one as well. So those are my bills. And that totals to $1,435. So I took $1,435 of this. So I'm going to do a total. Let me get my calculator. 2815 minus 1435, 1380. So I moved that 14, gosh, I have a hard time, 1380. Okay. So I took 1435 from my checking account and I moved it to my bills savings account. So then I go ahead and I check it off. I enter all my numbers in my binder, and then I'm good. My bills are kind of taken care of. Now I have 1380 to figure out what I'm doing. So I do have variable expenses like our groceries, gas, dad spend, mom spend, kids, pets, household, and eating out. Those are my, like, every week something in here is getting used. So those are like my important categories. I did allocate $200 for this one. I did allocate $100 for this, $20 for this, $20 for this. Kids, that includes any like clothes they need, or if I get toys or whatnot, like anything that's kids related pretty much comes out of here. That was a $50. Pets, I allocated $150, and that's because I just brought my dog to the dog groomer today, and it cost me $100, so now I have like $50 extra in the pets envelope, technically. Household, I allocated $20. That is all like cleaning supplies, like if I need garbage bags or Ziploc bags, or like shampoo, conditioner, and stuff like that, like anything like that we need but isn't like food or for kids. Yeah, pretty much that's how that one is. So $20 for this one. And then eating out, I allocated $40, which is a total of $600. So then I took that $1380 minus the $600. So now I have $780 to allocate. And then from there, I went to any kind of variable expenses. And I only allocated $5 per category that we have spent money off of in 2024. So like home maintenance, car maintenance, medical, clothing, self-care, family fun, miscellaneous, camping, and gifts. So I have 9 categories, and I allocated $5 per category. So that is $45. So I'm going to go sinking funds. So see what I did there? These are variable expenses, because those get used every week. Sinking funds is like once in a while. So all those 9 categories is $5 each. So that is a total of $45. So now $780 minus the 45. I have $735. Okay. And then from there, I went to my savings, because I do want to keep saving money. That is very important to us. And I allocated from my bonus money. I decided to put some money towards my credit card, and I decided to add, right now I'm doing my holiday binder. I decided to put $100 towards it. The rest is going to credit card. So holidays getting that. And then like our savings challenges is getting the other 100, which is 200. So minus 200. So that's 535 left. So this 535 is gonna go, I need to keep some in my checking account, because I always keep a $500 buffer, and it had been depleted a little bit, so I'm gonna keep whatever I need to boost this back to 500, and then the rest is gonna go to pay off credit card. So that is where all this money went. So hopefully that makes sense, and it helps you understand how I budget a little bit. So last year I did kind of neglect my variable expenses and my sinking funds, and that's why this year I really want to put more emphasis on these two, because by not accounting these one and just actually focusing on savings, I did use my credit card more to compensate. So that's how I got into credit card debt. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but it's frustrating. It's frustrating. So anyways, so this is how this paycheck is going to be allocated. I hope you guys enjoyed this different budgeting setup with me. I hope it made sense. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I am going to be happy to answer them. And like I said, I'm not by any means an expert. I try to be mindful of my budget. I try to be as smart as I can be with my budget. And I fail too sometimes. So this is not a perfect budgeting technique, but it has been working for us, especially this like bills binder, this bills like savings, because all of my bills are paid online. Whether I pay them directly, they're paid on my credit card, they auto pay, or whatever the scenario is, it's all online. So then I just keep a tally of that money in these trackers, and I love it. Ever since I've been doing that, I haven't been missing any payments. I always have what is needed. Last year, I even decided I had my life insurance has always been yearly, but my husband's, because it's more expensive, we had been putting it monthly. But when you put it monthly, you pay a little bit of a fee just to be able to pay it monthly. So when I was thinking about it, I was like, well, I want to try to save as much as I can. So by doing it yearly, I'm saving that little bit that they're charging us every month. So I thought, well, it's a saving, right? So I did switch my dad life insurance to a yearly bill. in the middle because it was due in July. So I did switch that in July. But I didn't, as you can see here. I did switch them, but I didn't have the money for it. So I did borrow from the other envelopes, like I explained earlier. And then I had to repay it. So like from July 2024 to July 2025, I have to pay July 2024 and July 2025 to be able to make up that difference. So I can pay everything in time and have all the money I need for it. So, but because of this system, I was able to do that. I was able to switch it without like saving monthly. I save a little bit monthly, but I was able to borrow from all the other envelope. Like I said, in this savings account, I always have like $3,000. But that money's already spent in one way or another because it's going to pay some bills, our next upcoming bill. So that's why I do it that way. I feel like this is probably my best technique so far. This is what has been has helped us so much, and how we've been able to keep afloat everything. It makes it so mindless. I've been doing it so long, I just add half of the bill and it makes it easy. About half the bill. When I have the yearly ones, I don't always budget for it like I did with my mom and dad's life insurance. I didn't budget for it this pay because I know I have plenty of time to make up for it. So I concentrated on some of the ones that are coming up faster. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and keep an eye out because I will have a cash stuffing video coming out soon, and it will explain all of this in cash form. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.